All right, and as you plan out your evening, here's a check of that forecast. Hey, Matt.
Seeing a little bit of rain around Northeast Ohio here on our midday hour. Hope your Tuesday's treating you well. We've got more rain in the forecast. And again, it's rain we're talking about this week versus snow. We'll get back to January as we get to the latter half of the month as it looks right now. But a little thaw going on this week. So we've got weather impacts to deal with some showers now. We're seeing it outside on radar. We're seeing that across the entire Great Lakes region from this low pressure. But we'll get a better shot at rain with a more organized system that comes in here as we get into the latter half of the week. And that will lead us into the weekend. In terms of rain hour by hour throughout the rest of the afternoon, you can see, yeah, we've got scattered activity. There will be some dry hours. A lot of spots are dry, and that will continue to be the case. But the rain will be around all the way through that evening rush hour with high temperatures today getting well into the 40s. So that thaw is on. I've even bumped these numbers up a little bit, but our model's saying low to mid 40s. We're already seeing that across a good portion of the area right now. But the bigger picture, there is so much warmth. This is such a big spring preview for so many folks. We're not quite there. We're going to be on the edge of this. Look at highs today, though. Little Rock, Dallas, down towards Corpus Christi, San Antonio, the deep south. 70s and 80s are plentiful. This warm air is getting pulled up into these double low pressure systems that we have. So we'll have warm air to tap into, and that plays a role later on this week with our forecast. I'll show you that here in a little bit. National Design-Mart hour-by-hour forecast, keeping the scattered showers going through that evening rush hour. Temperatures, as I mentioned, mid-40s ought to do it. And then this evening, we'll have a few leftover showers before one final little appendage of the system comes in tomorrow morning. I know it looks ominous. I'm not expecting any huge travel issues. May have some wet spots, maybe mixing with snow tomorrow morning. But you look at surface temps, we're above freezing, not expecting any icing. That moves out, and we deal with just kind of cloudy skies throughout much of the day. These clouds are so prevalent this time of year, as it is one of our cloudiest months. In terms of rainfall, not a lot expected. I'm not expecting flooding. Our snow equivalent, if you were to melt down all the snow we have, it's about a half an inch to an inch on top of this. So overall, that's not going to swell up rivers or anything like that. We'll just see some water rises. I mentioned the cloudy month, though. January is the cloudiest month of the year. All right, we're there, and that's good news because we're going to continue to get better from here, right? Something to look forward to. You can see how we slowly ease off the cloud cover as we go over the next couple months. Lake effect has a lot to do with this as well. Anytime we have cold air over the lake, it produces clouds, but just stay strong. Notice that these clouds, and take note that these clouds, yeah, they're prevalent this time of year. We do have warmer temperatures, though. That'll help regardless of cloud cover. We stay above our average of 36 with a big warm up. Remember that warm air I showed? We will tap into it Thursday and Friday of this week as we'll get up into the 50s, but it comes at a price, and that price is from rounds of rain. We'll have travel impacts that come back into the area, and eventually it'll change all over to snow. So let's talk about that system later on this week. Rain will arrive with a nice south wind late Thursday into Thursday night. Wave 1 will go through with that low pressure. We should dry out on Friday for a while, and then we bring a new low in here, which brings a renewed area of warmth. It also brings more rain in here Friday night into Saturday. Once that low goes through, yep, the cold air is back. Saturday night, Sunday, windy. We'll have some snow around, and overall, we'll stay on the cooler side next week. This Arctic air, though, it will stay bottled up towards the north in the near term. Once we get towards the extended, though, like mid-January, there are signs that it builds to our west. Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecasts outside of that big old warm-up. We'll have the cool down on Sunday and looking more January-esque on into next week.